in your kingdom of heart. Okay, we say observing brings creative power to bear. You know we're talking about vision here, right? And you must know too, if you've been very long on my site, that's one of my all-time favorite things that lights my fire. Perspective and vision. The I, that's an I, E-Y-E. So, what you observe, you affect. Who observes you affects you. Come on, let it sink in. Be in the heart. It's big. This is really big. It's one of the reasons I'm doing this written journal as well as the live one. With big things, you can't take it in all at once. It's just too much. It makes too many changes in there. And then you're a changed being, and so for the rest of what you're hearing it differently because you've been changed. Anyway, so what you observe, you affect. Who observes you affects you. Who is doing the creating here? If both creators have different outcomes, different creations in mind, which one trumps? Does it work that way? Do I know? Heck no. But it's fun exploring, don't you think? That's probably a good place to stop. I may record this written journal, even though it was supposed to go as a quote-unquote transcript of sorts with the live video journal. It has other things in it besides the subject is a big one. Going over it once lightly won't be enough. Okay, I'm going to tack on some ideas here. So who is doing the creating? If I've got my friend looking at me in a really negative way, and I'm feeling that, okay? As I look back, I realize when this started, and I realized how I was feeling it, and I didn't know what it was. It was uncomfortable, but we get into habit patterns and we just go on, especially with people we're really close to. Even though I try to be in the heart, you know, if we're perfectly poised in the heart and in the now, we're less habit prone that way. Okay, so she's having an effect on me by looking at me negatively. And I'm feeling that. And so we can say she's got a creation going there, right? That's part of it. Now, what about me? I also have to say, wait a minute, I'm creating this thing too. I'm the one who brought this situation into my life. I'm just as much a creator as anyone, if not more. Whoa, I just disappeared for a minute. I don't know what that was. So I'm creating too. And so I wasn't able, this is too much to take in all at once. And I've got a head start on you. I've been working on it for a while. And so I can see now, with hindsight, and hindsight's good, you know, I can see with hindsight how my higher self worked to bring this about. Her higher self and my higher self, I'm quite certain, collaborated on this. And there will be blessings and benefits to us both. I needed the painful emotion in order to dredge up and to, otherwise there's certain things within that I was carrying that were suppressed, that were hidden, that were subconscious, that I wouldn't see. And you have to see it. You have to see it to change it, for change to happen. A lot of times just the seeing itself is enough. And the situation, the challenge, the whatever it is disappears just because you've seen through it. Well, that's why it was there in your life. That's why it disappears. Once you see something, once you see into what's acting there, once you see into your own energies and how they are, well, that's what the situation was there for. It was designed to bring that up, to bring it out, to bring it to you, and to show it to you. And that's why we have a lot of times we may have negative situations repeating in our lives or in the lives of our loved ones. And until the individual can see into what's happening, until they can see underneath, and I would suggest heart vision, but until they can see, they're just going to keep recreating and recreating because higher self has a blessing, a boon, and a benefit it's trying to bring. And the person needs that. And so actually, there's a tendency for the situations to get more difficult and more intense as the ante is upped. When a feather will work, a feather is used. And when we're poised in heart and in the now, a feather is all it takes. But most of us, we sometimes need to be slapped upside the head with a 2x4. And Source sees to it. Higher self makes those arrangements, you know? And it's all really, really wonderful, my friends. There's nothing terrible that can ever happen to you. Once you get your heart vision going, you're going to see that it's not possible for something bad to happen. It's just not. And how I wish I could just give this to you, this sight that enables me to see the beauty in everything. I would give it if I could, but that doesn't do any good. That doesn't do a bit of good. You've got to take the walk yourself. Now, the kingdom of heart is a no shit thing. It's so different that it might as well be another dimension, you know? I mean, it's not, but it's just all the rules are changed. Everything is changed from there. And the mind will never get this. So don't bother with mind. That's the hardest thing for people to do, is let go their reliance on mind. And so, you know, with all of my heart, I invite you into your heart to try heart vision out. Thank you. Have a blessed life and be a blessing to life. You already are.